back in the 90s, I was a regional vice president for a company that sold technology into manufacturers. And I ran the regional office right outside in New York City. We had a satellite office up in Boston. And one of my sales reps, Sean Hooker, going on a major sales call the next day with a big manufacturer in the Boston metro area. And Sean was an interesting guy because he grew up on Virginia Beach and he was a surfer and he talked like a surfer. But when he was in front of a customer, he talked normally. But when he talked to me, he dude a lot, and he was just kind of the laid back guy. And his call had ended and I knew he'd be back in the office. So I called him up and Sean answered the phone, and I go, Sean, how'd your sales call go? How'd your meeting go? And he's like, dude, not well. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me what happened. He goes, I met with the president, the general manager of the plant, and we did a tour of the facility, and things were going really well. And we went back to the conference room, and there was about 12 people waiting in the conference room, half male, half female, and waiting for my presentation of how we were going to help, automate some of the data collection that they were doing in the manufacturing. And the general manager said, well, we took a long tour. Why don't we take 5 minutes, if you need to go to the restroom or get a coffee or whatever. And Sean goes, okay, I'll go to the restroom, and gets directions to the men's room. And he goes, I walked into the men's room and I thought it was really weird because there were no urinals. So I ran back out and I checked, and it was the men's room. So I went back in. He goes, the urinal they had, it was round and metallic, like a big bowl, and it had water cascading like a fountain. And he goes, I thought it was the weirdest, most uncomfortable thing because if some guy was on the other side of the bowl, you guys are you're staring at each other. He thought it was a very awkward urinal, and he starts doing his thing. And at that moment, the general manager starts walking into the men's room. I can't hold a straight face, even when I say it. It's more than 10 years after the fact. And Sean said that at the moment the general manager entered the bathroom, that's when Sean actually spotted the urinals against the wall and realized that he was going to the bathroom in an industrial hand sink. And the general manager walked in and saw what Sean was doing, and Sean looked at him and he started laughing and he ran out of the bathroom. And Sean said that by the time he collected himself and got back to the conference, he could tell that the general manager told everyone in the conference room what happened. And Sean said he couldn't get through his presentation because people would just start busting out laughing. And it's similar to another story, though. Ironically, I heard all of this and I took it upon myself as the VP of sales to call the general manager of the company, and I said, this is Blumthal with AccuScan. I heard you had a very interesting meeting with my sales rep, Sean, and he started laughing. But the whole scheme of things, Sean ended up getting the deal. I don't know if it was from effectiveness or sheer empathy, but he got the deal.